named collaboration as, thank you, collaboration as AP. So in this session, we're not gonna provide any new information about the direction of EWA, but to interact more about IR stuff, to engage more entities, to kind of collaborate with each other and have some developments of the EWA program itself. So yeah, the session objective, as I said, is to understand how other entities are working towards IR. And also, it would be really great if we can clarify how the IR is relevant to your entity to develop the EWA program itself. So we have some introduction, and afterwards, I will have some people to do the GCP sharing. And afterwards, we will have some discussion space in order to work with problem solving collaboration. So yes, good to go. And again, those are the people who prepared the session today. But since it's too early in Fatih's country, she might join today's session, but she will join the session after the lunch, and she will be having the explanation about EWA governance. Yes, so yeah, the one thing I really wanted to reminder is that the things to work on with RFS that I mentioned at the last commission call, and it was around September, if I could remember correctly. But yeah, I just wanted to know whether you remember this phrase. But the purpose of this kind of recommendation was to work on with the IR partners to utilize the AP commission in order to review the first semester and we get ready for the semester 2. So yeah, I hope some of you had worked with this task. But anyway, I would like to hear more about those people, about the GCPs later on. But going to the meaning of having IR cooperation in AP EWA, I would like to pose 2 questions to you first. So the first, I would like to hear what comes to your mind when you think of IR in EWA. So I have prepared some of the options. So please type your number that is most relevant to you and to your entity. So it can be operational cooperation, or sharing knowledge and materials of global programs, or making feedback to each other's EWA, or none of them actually, or anything else. So Anuka 1 and 3, great. Min 3, Kanji 1, nice. And 1 and 3. Oh, so many 1 and 3s. Okay. What else? 2 and 3. That's good. Again. All right. Thank you. And 1 and 3. Okay. How about yeah, I think I got answers from most of you. And I feel like there are many fields that you feel IR in EWA. But going to the second question, 1 to 10, how much IR cooperation is important for you? So please select the number and put your answers in the chat box again. So 1 is not important at all, and 10 is 100 important in development of EWA. Oh, 7 from Philippines and Indonesia. Okay, what else? Okay. And Kanji 7, Fahrenheit 8.5, and being 8. Oh, I think it's quite high in AP US. All right, 8. Okay, 8 from your money. Cool. All right. Okay, thank you so much for your answers. So going to this slide, since the EWA is quite different from ELDs, where you needed to have supply and demand relationship with your partners. Actually, there is no correct answers in the definition of IR cooperation in AP EWA. But as a person working as a RST and as an MC member collaborating in EWA initiatives with a lot of AP partners, I defined IA cooperation as a way to drive the innovation because since we are doing a lot of EWA global programs, we can definitely help each other to boost the EWA vibes as the strongest EWA region in global ISEC. So of course, operating EWA together, as mentioned by maybe Indonesia and Japan, can be definitely meaningful to appeal the strength of ISEC organization, which is a global asset. And also operating can be related to cross-cultural understanding. That is one of the 4 themes that are mentioned in New EWA principles. But IA collaboration does not necessarily mean to operate together because what's more important thing is to have the question of how can make IA collaboration relation, which is beneficial to each other. So as some answers into, it can be sending materials together or finding bottlenecks together, or it can be something that making feedbacks of each other's EWAs so that it can be really helpful to develop the progress of EWA. So what I wanted to ask you in your mind is that how you can make the IAP network in order to utilize the community to build your EWA as stronger and also on our partners EWA more stronger. So yeah, that's on the overall picture of what I think towards the IA cooperation. But now we will have 2 GCP sharings from those 3 people. Oh, I'm sorry, those 3 people, yes. So we will have the sharing from Isaac Kim Marzia, Min and Bing. And afterwards, we will have GCP sharing, Anuka from Indonesia, especially about the IO cooperation. So I will pass on to Marzia. So Min and Bing, you can start to share the screen and talk to APUs.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, you can go. Okay, I think I can share that. All right. So hello, everyone. I'm Vingna. So allow me to share my screen. Okay. Can you all see my screen? I have a little bit of sharing that. All right. Okay. So yep, I'm going to share a little bit of how actually Isaac in UPM, one of the entities in Malaysia, do IR collaborations. So first of all, let me introduce about like a little bit background of the Isaac Malaysia UPM like latest initiative. So actually, right now we are having a latest initiative called Pen and Heath Isaac. So actually, it's an international event, international program run by our entity, and yeah, we aims to like bridge the gap between like the external world and also like the youth. So basically, right, this is like a little bit of description about our like latest program. I know that I believe that it is like quite simple explanation over here. So I won't go through too details because it's going to drag a lot of time. So yeah, basically, right, what I want to highlight is that we have the intention to create an international program because we believe that we can create the impacts to the youth no matter from which nation. Yep. So basically, this is the our latest initiative, lah. So before entering to IR collaboration, right? We need to understand like what is our project framework and also like the details in the project, the program, lah. So basically, right, these are the program framework that we have, lah. So about the skill is international, and then the value proposition or even like what is the benefits I can gain or like the things in this program is basically networking event. We have networking event and also live case study with Malaysia corporate leaders, which is like from the corporate worlds. Yeah. And then what is the benefits from for our IR is actually international exposure because we have we have the intention to follow IR from several nations and then cross-cultural exchange through like-minded communication. And I understand Malaysia corporate trend that give like maybe their global talents development or other function new insights because we are going to connect with those like company leaders. And lastly is like membership and also youth community empowerment. So basically, right, these are the project framework, including like our target audience and also the timeline. So why is it important is because it's going to help you to analyze like what is the IR profile that it is suitable for you to engage. So you won't like spend a lot of efforts in approaching the raw profile of the international relations. So after understanding the program framework, right? So what we need to do before approaching IR, and this is how Isaac and UPM Malaysia doing. So basically we have like few steps. So first is research on the IR to ensure effective collaborations. For example, like their background, their timeline, or even like their pain and gain. For example, we can go through like their social media, Instagram, Facebook, or even LinkedIn to understand, oh, so this entity, what usually they are doing, and do they have any events going on right now, or even like what is their like current focus on the event or even program on EWA. Yep. And then how we can do is like social media research or even like conversation with others. Let's say you have others like entities or even like your other department, they have attachment with IR. So maybe you can like consult them and then for further information like how is this IR doing. And then also organize and ensure the flow of IR collaborations. Like the question that we can think of is like why we should collaborate with IR, like what they can gain, and also how they can help. This kind of like questions before approaching IR, because we need to have like a clear mind first before approaching them, or else like the whole flow will be very messy. And then when approaching IR, right, actually it's very simple. So basically, it's like we just downskill the information to the IR and also support needed from IR. And then the things that I want to highlight here is ensure two ways communication, because collaboration is two ways. It's not like we find IR because we want, for the sake of we want them to do something for us, but we find them because we believe in them, and also like we believe that both side of us can collaborate together. Like I can support you, meanwhile you also can support me as well. So before reaching the consensus, like make sure that it's clear with expectation, and also ask whether is this what is that doing, what is that looking for also. Because let's say like the partner is like not really focused on this area, then I think it's better to be open and transparent. And then if let's say we're not willing to proceed, then we have the next slide I'll explain about this lah. And then if let's say both parties are clear, right, then I think further alignment can be made through like offline or even online. Yep. And then when the consensus is not achieved, right, so basically it's like ensure clear communication. It is better for you to decline the collaboration in case the collaboration couldn't be happen to avoid like any future conflict. For example, let's say you think the partnership is not suitable, or like the IR thing is not suitable, then it is better to be very open and transparent, because this is like the values that we culture as well. So, and then the second thing is troubleshoot the problem. It's not like we don't want the partnership because we don't like the IR, but it's because like some things or some things happening like the misalignment of a timeline, objective, expectation of others So it is better to show our courtesy as Isaac, although like sometimes not meet the consensus, but we need to have the courtesy to gain mutual respect and also understanding from both sides. It's not only from our side, but also from their side as well. So what is the things that Isaac and UPM learn, right? The essential element of the IR collaboration. So firstly is communication is the key. Because we are Isaac, right? So communication is need to be very clear, and also need to be very transparent. Be open and transparent in information, and also like in concern, raising out the concern as well. The third one is mutual understanding and respect, because we need to respect the others and also understand different, we are from different stories and also background. And lastly is actually achieve mutual goal as Isaacer, because no matter what, right, we are still Isaacer, and also our final goal is like PNF is still the same. Like we are Isaacer, therefore we are one. So actually we have the mutual objective or even like the goals. So I think that's all from Mila. And then we have a last sharing as well.
Yeah, thanks, Ping Cheng. I think, just to wrap up from our end, I think how we value IR collaboration first is also looking at how Malaysian youth is behaving. We always seek for acceptance, openness as Malaysian youth, and we want to make a change, but we always lack of proactiveness and actions. So I think for us, IR collaboration serves as one of the spark for our youth to understand what happens outside of our country. And with that inspiration of understanding what happened in another country, I think is one of the things that can serve as a booster for them to be more action driven. But at the same time, at entity point of view, I think it's also to allow us to innovate a more sustainable era for us to create more quality impact to the youth community. Yeah, so I think that's all from Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isaac and Marzia. It was so insightful to get to know what kind of like strategy are needed to IR and what kind of things you need to care when you innovate EVA together with other APE entities. Thank you so much. And now I will pass it on to Anuka. So we are ready when you are. So yeah, please share screen and talk to APEs.
Okay, so let me share my screen. And so I will just name the title of Driving Innovation Through Collaboration, because I think that this is the very first time for me to have EWA with the IR and also collaboration with within the innovation itself. So yeah, I'm from ISEC in Indonesia, and from the two EWA initiatives that I run, so there are two initiatives. I believe that I already shared it in the commission call in the October, if I'm not mistaken. So basically we have two collaboration. The first one is a local project with GYD with ISEC in Japan. And second one is ISEC Future Leaders, and also we collaborated with ISEC in Pakistan. So basically they mirror our project so that they can handle, and also they can help ISEC Future Leaders in Pakistan. So basically, here are the people behind the GYD and local project, and also here are the people behind ISEC and Future Leaders and also Pakistan. And this is very interesting for ISEC in Indonesia as well, because before that, when we created this EWA initiative, we haven't thought that EWA initiative can be developed by IR collaboration, and I never thought that other entities would like to run our EWA initiative. And I think that is something interesting that I found in the first of month that I got elected as MCPP EWA. And so why IR is relevant to ISEC in Indonesia EWA? The first one is because the variative program, which lead us into a unique selling point to our customer, where before that they don't have any international exposure, and also there were no cross-cultural exchange with other entities. And some of the LCs, so basically all those two EWA initiative is run by LCs only. So all of the LCs that run local project and also ISEC Future Leaders in Indonesia, they gotta have this unique selling point to their partners, and some of them they receive like a really big incentive from the partner, and also got a lot of exposure with their media partner. And the second one is collaborative environment, which is good for our member experience, since like I have an EST in EWA, and they were never thought that we can have IR and also can help IR in EWA. And I think that my commissions in LCs, they also are very excited within the collaboration, and also they got to know each other very well in the EST environment. And then also new connection as me myself as MCPP, I got to know Mako from Isaac in Japan, and also Hito Isaac in Japan, and Jalid from Isaac in Pakistan. And beyond the collaboration that we had in professionally work, we also connected in the personal world, which I think that is the purpose of Isaac. Like like it's getting to know others, and also connecting the impact. Like it's not only impacting the Isaac in Indonesia's youth, but also Isaac in Japan's youth, and also Isaac in Pakistan's youth. And I think that is also Isaac purpose to spreading more impact throughout the world. So yeah, that's why IR is very relevant to Isaac in Indonesia, Iwa. And also becoming unstoppable, which I think we can have more and more ideas, and also more collaboration in the future. And I think what we can improve from APIWA in IR collaboration is first space for collaboration ideation. I think that we as Commission in Asia Pacific IWA needs to have those space to get to know each other's innovation, like seeing like is there any possibilities to have collaboration for each of the entities. And I think we need to have like that kind of space. And the second one is framework or maybe systems for IR in IWA, so that we know like which entities that can be developed, and also like the limitation for IR in the IWA innovation itself. So yeah, basically, I also wanted to tell you guys here in APIWA Commission is that for Isaac Visual Leaders, we will hold it with Isaac in Pakistan as well, and we will have some kind of international networking space, which we will hold on the second or third week of December. So if you guys are interested to joining in the international networking space, do let me know. You can also reach me out in Slack or maybe in Telegram. So yeah, I think we can be unstoppable together within the collaboration. So that's me from Isaac in Indonesia.
Thank you, Anuka, for giving your insights on the IR cooperation. Yeah, I was especially moved by your words that you can actually connect it with APIWAs by doing the IWA development together. So yeah, I hope we can keep communicating with each other. And also those who are interested in collaborating in IWA initiatives in Indonesia, please DM to Anuka. Yeah, thank you so much. And now I will share the screen again. So wait a second. Oh, it's kind of too small. Okay, all right. So now, again, thank you so much for those three for have given us a lot of insights on the IR cooperation. Thank you so much. And now I would like to have few of you to kind of state your impression on those DCP sharings, or if you have any questions to Anuka, Min, and Bink. Yeah, I would like to have some questions or comments from you. That yeah, does anyone have any question and impression on DCP sharings? Yeah, anything is okay.
I think I wanted to have like a really good impression towards Isaac in Malaysia, since that you guys can drive the LCs to have the mindset to collaborate with other entities, so that you still have the international exposure. And then the relation between MC to LC, I think that's something that really good that I heard so far. So good job, guys.
Thank you, Anuka, again for your comments. Thank you so much. Yes. Anyone else? Oh, Lina has something to say, right? You can unmute yourself.
It's okay. Yeah, I think Australia will jump into replanning soon next week. Yeah, so I think after this we might come up with some maybe proposal or potential collaboration with all the IR that we have. Yeah.
That's very nice. Yeah. You can increase the communication with AP eras in order to get ready for the rebranding. That's very good. Thank you, Lina, for your comments. And yeah, based on these sharings and impressions, I would like to move on to the small activity that we're gonna do during the rest of today's session. So now we would like to have some problem solving collaborations. So we will have breakout rooms for H4TF and USpeak, National ERA, and others, which mean anything else. So please go to like each breakout room that is most relevant to you. And I would like you to point out any issues you are having right now. And after when sharings about those issues, please in a group try to come up with the best advice or ways to help to solve issues in so basically you can have rough communications about talking to AP mates about like how you're facing issues in ERA. So yeah, afterwards I would like to have some of the sharings of how you could solve these problems in a group. So yeah, is the guideline clear? Do you have any questions before having breakout room? Okay, so yeah, you can have kind of relaxed communication with each other. So yeah, thank you. And now, yeah, Tendra, could you please open the room for, maybe it's gonna be forum. Okay, yeah, now the breakout room is open. So you can move to any room as you want. Okay, it seems. Okay. All right. Thank you, Yatindra, for making breakout rooms. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you. For the sharing of was it H4TF, right? So maybe Nirumani and Pariha, if you can share what you have talked in the breakout, it would be great.
Yes, please. Yeah, so we are both
Thank
in
you.
the preparation phase for HPTF. So we spoke about the issues that we are having in this phase because we are both in the same phase. So we just discussed what's going on and about collaborations, potential collaborations as well. Yeah. Other than
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah. Especially H4TF, there are a lot of things needed to do in the implementation with the LCs as well. So yeah, I hope you can keep communication with each other and see progress and make some feedback to each other later on. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And how about the group of USpeak? Can anyone share what you have talked? Anyone?
Okay, I think I can share.
Thank you.
So we're in the USpeak room with Bing Cheng and also Ugana. and we share about like our struggle in terms of preparation for USpeak. Seems like next year is going to add a lot of things. Yeah. So I think it's really interesting to see that like actually we are all struggling in sale for USpeak. However, like I think it will be better, and also it's a suggestion from I think Vietnam as well. Like if we can even like sell USpeak like in the package of nationally, if we do it nationally, like even a years before that, we don't have to wait until like USpeak 2 or 3 months before USpeak in order to sell, because it will be like super suffer for OC and even suffer for MC as well. It's really, really hard to sell like such a big and also kind of like difficult like USpeak. So that would be sharing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we really appreciate your feedback on how we can improve the USpeak as well. Thank you so much. And yeah, for the aligning with the new business model next year, I hope we can also have commission calls to discuss the update, or maybe we can send the information at the quick speed later on. So yeah, I hope we can also keep the communication. Yeah, it's a big project indeed. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, thank you so much. So the last group, which is the EY initiatives, I don't think you had enough time that, yeah, can someone share the discussion in the breakout room?
Yeah, I can go. I think we talk about two things mainly. First is about how can we drive the change management down to LC level when we have change at global level, which is the new portfolio for AI about Health for the Future. And second is about how can we differentiate BD and EWA, and how can national side not create a national EWA that is not too different or too how to say, not following our principle, for example, like we're creating BD initiative at the end of the day. Yeah, so that was the two main topics we talk about.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, those topics are indeed very important in developing the EWA itself. And I think the next EWA session called EWA Governance, Fatih will be explaining about like how to differentiate between BD and EWA, or you can also have time to assess the progress of new EY principles alignment. So in that space, I hope you can also ask any questions that are not clear in your entity, and yeah, things like that. Thank you so much, Min. So yeah, I hope you could have a lot of insightful communication, and yeah, I would like to have that kind of space and that kind of atmosphere again in the next month as well, because I really enjoyed hearing your communication to move the EWA forward with a lot of AP partners doing the same programs together. So actually, a year ago, I was attending the same conference named APOP as one of delegates from MC Isaac in Japan. And at the time, there was no EWA community because EWA is still on the developing path itself. But now I'm really feeling grateful to have you all here and communicate IL staff to make some efforts to improve EWA initiatives in our region. So yeah, for supporting the best decision making of the EWA direction, I really hope that you can utilize AP platform, and you can think that IR cooperation EWA is one of the important ways to bright your future. So yeah, that's all from me, and thank you for attending this session. Thank you so much. And now I think we will have 30 minutes break, and afterwards we will have the EWA governance session. So I hope in a short break, you can have some lunch and rest yourself. So yeah, that's all from me. And you can either leave the breakout room, or leave the session, or just stay here by turning your cameras off. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.